Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to do episode 2. So yeah. Hi again, Joe. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might seem a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everybody else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Joe. Hopefully this isn't too overwhelming for a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack, you whore! Sayori told me you didn't even want to join a club this year. And last year, too! I don't know if you just plan here and hang out or whatever. But if you don't take us seriously, you won't see the end of it. Me and my gang will go and beat you up right after your house. And we'll make sure you are not even daring to breathe near me. Okay? Bye! Now, Tsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for somebody who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Sayori finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature, you whore! Swiftly defeated, Nazuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Joe always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. Yeah, I'm a dude now. I'm a dude. He helps me with my busy work even without me asking, like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is messy and it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. You boiled water and it caught on fire. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Joe can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Of course, Yuri. I even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? It's not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal, but it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't even thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't even expecting anything in the first place, so a nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out, so I picked up a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it'll keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How did this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she think I'd like despite me not even reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica have a cheeky conversation in the corner. Sayori's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her tense expression like she was waiting for this to be her chance. Meanwhile, Nazuki is roaming through the chests. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I could always read a book that Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Maybe I'll just fall asleep right now. I close my eyes listening on Sayori's conversation with Monica. Well, we're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? After they come, they can speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's really taking this seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Oh, well, what kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Ah, good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ha, you're right! Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we need to work on the details of the event itself. I found myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self, but for a surprise and unexpected reason, I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. Ooh. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Ah! I'm now in Sayori's body! It's Freaky Friday now! Ah! I opened my eyes to see Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall off my chair. Sorry! Wait! Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does the school have a napping club? Because I wanna be a part of the Doki Doki napping club. You know? All you do is relax and rest. And I need that because school is tiring. I'm like in 9th grade and it sucks. It's a little... You're staying up late, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you have less time for anime, you know. You need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, to Sayori. Hee. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? That's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look at your hair sticking out all around there. I mean, I have that. Oh gosh, I shouldn't have done that. That is terribly out of context. I run my fingertips through the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it down. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just hard to get upright. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And that toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe it off, the stain with my finger. But nobody will even notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Pathetic. Fortunately, I don't care about that. I'm a bad boy. I wake up at 4 in the morning and get dressed for school. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori? Why don't you think about having a boyfriend yet? Huh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I'm a Riz Master. Riz Master me. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you've seen how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is it? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Dang, this is some weird proportions. Look at those feet. I look like a giant. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I try to fully close the... Does this thing even fit you properly? I did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you notice sooner that it wouldn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying this. So, yeah, deal with it. I'm not saying these words. Don't say that out loud. Jeez. Anyway, you look much better now, so... why does it make me feel so strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Seriously, hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. I did all this for you just to go back to yay! Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms and twirls around. So if I keep unbuttoning them, I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? What are you saying if that's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then I wouldn't be able to get with you. F-boy face. W Riz. If you take care of me, then anyone else would anyways. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things, jeez. Don't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just try to focus trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we're really better than taking care of each other than ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Maybe you should come walk with me. Wake up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share our poems we wrote? Yay! Joey, can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I don't know why, I can't keep their voices on point for right now. By the way, do you remember the poem you wrote last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I just wrote a bunch of words down on a piece of paper, and they were also graphic. Is my dog barking? I have a dog named Mary, if you don't know. Yeah. I could really find much... Yeah, she is. Much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, now everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share it with? I cannot wait. Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sarah's is a wrinkled sheet of loose-leaf paper torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can really see Monica's pristine handwriting for where I sit. Nazuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching to their bags. I do the same for myself. Okay, I'm gonna do this in order of my least favorite to favorite. I told Nazuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared her with hers first. Well, it wasn't expected from a fuck-ass like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, bitch face. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So it's basically not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get beaten to a pulp, you little shit? I'll pass. Well, anyways, I need to show you mine, bitch face. It's not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles fly, people can try, but that's about it. Sleigh. Yeah. I told you you weren't gonna like it and think it was shit. I like it. What? Just be honest, dipshit. I am. Were you so convinced that I just wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and shit. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, was to express yourself? Your writing style won't make a message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like what I do with your mom when you sleep at night. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other things about simple writing puts a lot more weight on the wordplay. I like to set up a rhyme at the end and make it not fall flat on purpose. Like your mom did when we were doing the, you know. Helps bring out the feeling of the last line. Like when your mom orgasms. So you did. I guess I went into more than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro Russian hooker. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect it from that youngest one here, don't you? Yeah, I guess not. Sad to humor her with my last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but I feel like Natsuki's feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. I know I like Yuri, but I love Yuri. That's the difference. I love Yuri romantically. Those two are just me and myself. So we're gonna go to Yuri next. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes and it's enough time for her to finish reading. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. It's not... I need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on, okay? It's your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. It's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice for several minutes that we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri getting used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't even notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to put more to make their style very deliberate. And also, they put random words on a sheet of paper about suicide and depression. I know what you did last time. In other words, they tend to pick out a writing style separate from the topic matter, so they form fit the two together. The end result is both styles and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. She sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not like something that you could be blamed for. There's many different skills and techniques that go into writing every single, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Why did I make her sound like Donald Trump? Yeah, that... It might take some time, and might come with practice, and learning by example, and trying new things. I'm emo. Oh gosh. I hope that everyone in the club gives you a valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit based, though. Based? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. especially bitch faces. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to sing to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if it was a rare opportunity for her, which is in itself kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the testicles of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight that I've withstood the test of time, and lastly yet by replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air in the presence, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back! I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you such a long time to read. English, Japanese isn't my first language. I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. I also liked your poem. Even though it was short and very descriptive, it wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. And I'll be honest, since our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. You like Pierce the Veil? Are you into Ghost series? My favorite anime boy is Casper the Friendly One. Oh my gosh, he makes me feel all sorts of ways. If you know a guy that looks like Casper the Ghost, call me up. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I guess you only did a first glance after all. But remember that poems often express themselves through thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their words. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to the ghost, lingering in the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. It's William Afton from Five Nights at Freddy's. This is my Five Nights at Freddy's fan-fiction. And soon to be left with nothing. And that's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes you happy to think about that. Just remember, it won't be long before you pick up these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who am I showing my poem to next? I'm gonna take a break. I know you're gonna say, wow, Josie, you also did your My Candy Love Part 4 in 2 parts of recording. But do you think I care right now? It's like almost 8 o'clock and it's on a school night, so I'll come back later. Bye. See you later, tadpoles. Hello, and welcome back. I am back now after a month or so to continue part 2. Let's now show Monica. Hi, Joe. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, Do you ever have any suggestions for clubs, like new activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening, so don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? The I'm always listening part sounds very threatening. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm better off just going into the flow till I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ah ha ha ha. Don't worry. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But since that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem. I like this one. Really thinks of something Sayori would like. Has a bunch of just words. Sayori likes words if you didn't know. She doesn't even know what literature is. She just really likes words. Every day I see her in the club room. She's just spouting the weirdest thing ever. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had that sort of thing in common. Oh, well, maybe we're good friends, but Sayori and I are really different. Well, that may be the case. But there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. Sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So it's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. Sure I'm not reading into it too much? Haha, I could be. Oh god, I sound like fucking Mary. Now I sound like Natsuki. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew someone would be so happy to enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure you'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing that. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find out what kind of style suits you. Everyone else may be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'm always able to find what suits you the most. Don't force yourself to write the way everybody else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for somebody who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It could have been me. See the direction the sparkle... No! Shoot, I didn't read it. So what do you think? It feels very, short, because I accidentally clicked off. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style really has gotten popular nowadays. A lot of poems have put emphasis on timing the words between lines. We've performed it out loud so it can be very powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? I don't know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Being influenced by poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk to people about deep... Oh, okay, Francis! I'm just filming a video for YouTube! I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's coming on strongly. Oh my gosh, my dad liked a video about my mom verbally abusing me. hilarious. But after everything is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you want to try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Don't force yourself to go on something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your ink on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, Sayori. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Joe! Eh? I love it! I have no idea you were such a good writer! Sayori, you're seriously be overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yeti's opinions were way more constructive than this. You sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poems, it's not just a poem. It's a Joe poem! And it makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm just really happy you wrote one. I don't know what got into me, but I was like, you're so weird. You walk down the street. I'm from Jersey. I'm Jersey, Sayori. Really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you feel like a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in this club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. That means I will break my promise, see? It's like I said before, Joe. Deep down, you're not that selfish, incompetent, douchey asshole in your heart, are you? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that's only real good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny she's part of the reason why I joined. Not knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, will you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub for my sleepy eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look from above. The sky is blue. It's a secret. I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait till morning to write this? No! Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel better about myself. Don't be mean! I still tried my best. Yeah. Not to mention, it didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how I put it, sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I meant eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. It was so much fun! Monica's the best! Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. And guess I'll look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. There's a lot more stressful than I expected, as if everybody's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. And if they're just being nice, there's no way that poem can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what ends up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read them in tandem, I watched each their expression change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, meanwhile Yuri smiles sad. What the fuck's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem and lands on one hand. I guess you could say, it's fucking fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the fucking symbolism or some shit? It's clear that the feeling of giving up. How can it be fucking cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean to have tried hard to come up with something nice to say bitch? Thanks, but it really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for a motherfucking suggestion, I would have asked somebody who had actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Joe did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give some suggestions of my own. First of all... Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. Natsuki! You better not finish that sentence the way I'm nervous about you saying. Racist. And Joe liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our newest member, Yuri, or should I say, whoreface? That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Joe appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of your motherfucking self? Your shit your shit don't stink? Isn't that what you're acting like? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy, you pick-me girl. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose magically boobs grew a size big soon as the dude showed up. Huh? You a prostitute? Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... It doesn't involve you, whore! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me after they noticed I was standing there. Joe! She's trying to make me look bad. It's not true! The whore started it! If she could get over her fucking douchey self and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place! What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out to the reader and not force them to figure it out. It's not like MatPat's gonna make a game theory on your book! Help me explain it to her, Joe! Wait! There's a reason that there's so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is unnecessary, limiting yourself. It's also a waste! You understand that, right, Joe? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll possibly think more highly of me. So, of course, it's gonna be, help me, Sayori! Natsuki glares at me, drawing words I had in my mouth. So instead I turned to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori? Yeah! Everybody fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How could you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Joe. Well, that's her fucking problem. It isn't about her! I agree. It's so unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that she's a stuck-up douche face. She would never. It's your immaturing that's making her upset in the first place. Excuse me, whore? Are you listening to yourself? Exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop! Nazuki, Yeti, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Nazuki's poems, they're amazing because you give so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are you fighting? But because, well, also, Nazuki's cuteness has nothing wrong with her, and Yuri's boobs are the same as they were. Big, beautiful, and I want them in my face. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Nazuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's the vice president, I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I can never bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Ah ha ha ha. Nah. It's not like I could blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate seeing herself get hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiled sweetly, causing my stomach to knot. She's such a genuine person. Really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. Only if I got the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I said it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. If it wasn't for that gothy douche. Joe, how about you? Yeah, I'd like to say the same thing. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow, and maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. Sarah poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I could do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nodded myself with newfound determination. Joe! Ready to walk home? Yeah, sure, let's go. Eh? Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Nazuki. What kind of things happens often? No. It's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both beautiful, wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I see why they make good friends with you. You. You know, Joe, it's nice to spend time with you in the club. I get seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's it. Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori hasn't caught on the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone's nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I'll see what the whole future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her because it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Well, I'm Sad Froggy, and subscribe, like the video, and the next video is a My Candy Love Halloween special, baby. I think. Anyways, have a nice day. Bye!